G'day and welcome to Foord Offroad. In this video, got this N80 Toyota HILUX. We're fitting a phatbars stainless steel snorkel and show you what's involved in doing that. So let's get into it. So the phatbars snorkel comes with obviously the snorkel, which is awesome quality. Some hose clamps and some pinch weld. A good quality Aeroflow bend, not eBay shit. Some actual instructions that you can actually read and follow. And a cutout that's not made of thin as paper. It's actually good quality, it's not going to rip on you. So anyway, first thing that, well, you don't have to take the wheel off, but it helps you to get the inner guard off. So wheel off, and going to pull the inner guard out, which is just all these little clips, and then just pull it away. Now that the inner guard's down, it's got to take off this piece of rubber and the standard intake tube. That. Right. Now in the engine bay, we just want to take the standard airbox out. Take the intake tube off. And it's a good idea to always shove a rag in the end of the intake tube just so you don't accidentally drop something down there. Take all these little clips off. And then there's three 10mm bolts. One at the back, one at the front, and one at the side, one at the front, and one at the back. Pull the standard airbox out. Now we're going to do some chopping with this. We're going to pull this end bit out of the airbox, which has got a couple of little clips holding it, and it's in there tight as hell, and it's a pain in the ass. But it does come out. So now I'm going to cut the whole front flange off that so we can put this bit back in, because the new piece of silicone has to go over that. So chop that out. In the engine bay, before you put the airbox back in, you need to make this inner guard hole bigger for the new piece of pipe. So you need to cut it out or drill it out to 130mm, which is about, I already measured it and marked, it's about the center of the line that's left on there by the standard foam piece. So make some more noise, chop that out. 19 in the morning on a Sunday, my neighbours must love me. Now that that's done, you can go ahead and put the airbox back in, and then we're on to the actual snorkel itself. Alright, so what we're going to do now is from that bottom corner there, measure 300mm up and just put a little mark on the inside of the pillar. What I like to do is I cut some little holes next to it so I can put some masking tape on it and get it stuck really good to the guard, and then I'll actually leave the template on there while I cut the hole out instead of drawing onto the car and then cutting it out. Okay, we're going to start off with a couple of little holes just to fit the reciprocating saw into. Yeah, the instructions say to cut this out. The instructions for most snorkels say to cut this out with some tin snips. In my experience, tin snips do not leave a clean cut. That's why I use a reciprocating saw, and I'm going to cut it inside the line and then fit the snorkel, and then I'll die grind out how much more I need so that it's actually the right size and there's almost, hopefully no gaps, but that's how you do it to get it as close as you can. So I'm going to probably cut maybe 2 mil inside that line and then do a test fit. An easy way to do it is this is what I've got, rust coat. Just spray a little bit into the cap, and then some on the end of your finger, put it on there. So now putting the pinch weld on. Start up in this corner so that where the joint is when it comes back around and meets it is underneath the snorkel going up the guard, so you won't see the joint. Side cutters do a better job than a pair of scissors. Righto, let's put the snorkel in. Now the snorkel is a tight fit, so you can find yourself fighting with it a bit to get it in, but it's better to fight with it and have a nice fit than put the slide right in and have a massive gap. Bring the snorkel down until the mount meets that 300 millimeter mark that you put on there at the start, and that's where the snorkel is going to mount. Now you can put the silicone up, the silicone bend up. Don't forget your hose clamps, otherwise you will be pulling it back off. And this can be a pain in the ass to get this on as well. It always is. This is always the harder bit than what you think it's going to be. So now you need to put this little bracket. There's a hole in the bottom of the snorkel with a thread in it, just from the snorkel to the guard. That just supports it a bit more under here instead of relying just on the silicone bend. If anyone's curious, these are PDW Combat 17x9 with 265 7017 Maxxis razors on them. I think they look pretty sick. Good job. Okay, so that's how to fit a 4-inch stainless snorkel to an N80 series HILUX. That is a phatbars one. They're all pretty much the same, just different brands. An N80 HILUX is actually one of the easier ones you can do because there's a lot of room inside that guard. Get onto something like a D40 Navara, they are shit. Anyway, thanks for watching, like and subscribe. Hope this video helped someone out, hope you enjoyed watching it, and see you next time. This is the most important part of the whole job. Foord Off-Road. Like and subscribe. Check out the rest of my channel.